Here's another feel real fun for you.
Do-wop, dooby-dooby-doo, do-wop, dooby-dooby-doo, do-wop.
Oh, look, you're wearing beads. My beads. Well, our beads, I guess. Probably your beads.
They're my beads. I bought them.
I have been thinking about crushing these heads because I don't like
Join
them.
Tom and Jerry's cartoon fan. I don't want to fucking join Tom and Jerry's cartoon.
Tom and Jerry.
I want to share my show.
Okay, you share it. So welcome you guys to
I don't want to do that.
another Feel It Real Fun for You on the 25th of February 2022. See how it rolls off my tongue now?
See how they keep saying join the Tom and Jerry
We're
thing?
nearly 3/4
Look at that. Says it again.
the way through.
I don't want to do that.
Okay, don't.
It's like a bad fucking first kiss me. I don't want to fucking kiss you. Right? You fucking stink. Like,
All right.
unbelievable.
Yes, so, and it's your manifesting questions answered live.
Well, let's put it there, too.
So go to freeneville.com.
Look at that. Join Tom and Jerry cartoon fan. Why would I do that?
They've paid YouTube
Unbelievable.
for that sort of like, or something.
All right.
Yes,
by the way, if
half-face,
some of y'all would share the shows some
half-face.
places, I'd appreciate that, because every time I went to share it, they let me share it, but they said, join Tom and Jerry's cartoon thing.
Okay, I'm making a joke. All right.
All right.
Subscribe to the 221 email list and get a pseudo-random email every single day until you or 20 dies.
Ashley.
Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com. Like just about everyone here has
Ashley.
half a cup, half a donut, cheap ass cup of coffee. There's a real big down
By the way,
slant.
we like the down slant. It hides the microphone.
Well, it doesn't really. I can see it here.
Oh, radio. Hey, the doors for Triple D are open. The course starts in 21 days.
Does it?
Yep.
You
Now, here's the
finally
thing.
Configured it.
Y'all can dick
Good on
around
ya.
if you want to. I'd suggest not dicking around, because dicking around is a state. It's a way of life for some people, but you really don't get to live. So, Triple D, Dream Driven Day, the doors are open. Early bird pricing. Go there, get it now.
That's right. Hello, Quentin.
uma,
So
uma,
apparently,
uma,
Q,
shaba.
apparently 20 finished it yesterday.
I sent him an update.
You sent him an update.
I did.
There you go. Did you send 20 yours?
Oh, he's already done. He's ordered The Hunt for Red October.
Oh, so that's the next book?
I would
I think
assume
you've
so.
got that up there.
I probably got it. I'll do it on Kindle.
You'll have to read it together again.
Because I'll have to, like, if I take it to the hot tub, it'll take a bath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I thought you'd actually maybe read it physically together.
Well, that would take like 4 fucking years.
Oh, well, I know it'd take a long time,
Yeah,
but it'd be lovely. Like you could read a chapter or half a chapter or a paragraph, and then Q could read the other paragraph.
We could quiz each other. Janice,
could.
Triple D,
Did you get
Mark,
that, Q?
Triple D. All right. Anyway, so let's keep going.
Okay, and for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
Yo, Lisa LaRock.
Hello, Lisa.
By the way, the first person to sign up for Triple D this round is Elisa, but it's not Lisa LaRock. Who could it possibly be?
Only the best people.
That's right.
Called Lisa.
We do have some lovely Lisas in our life. All right.
We do. Oh, is Tardy Terry here?
Tardy Terry.
Non-Tardy Terry.
Non-tardy
Terry.
Untardy Terry.
Im Tardy. I don't know.
Contardy Terry. Right, you like Congress versus Progress. All right, let's dive in, guys. Let's have fun. We've got 18 lovely people here so far.
Have we? Oh, yes.
See,
There you go.
What's that
There's
number in
8
the
of
corner? There's Contardy Terry.
It
It's,
is.
yeah, it's like chili con carne. You know what
It
that means?
is.
It's like con carne.
Chili con carne. I wonder what con carne means.
Somebody will know. Probably somebody Mexican.
I'm sure.
That's right.
Or that knows Spanish.
All right.
Okay. Hello, Dark Mockery. You're trying to go stay. You're
right.
trying to stay awake.
All right.
So we'll
dive
start
in just
right
for
now.
you.
Okay.
Kadra says with meat. See, I knew Kadra would know.
Oh, chili con carne is chili with meat. So that's what we had the other night.
By the way, I'm like a vegetarian con carne, right? Vegetarian con carne. That's me. Jess, yo.
As if you would ever be a vegetarian con carne. I know you used to be
was, yeah.
vegetarian. I did too for a few years. But
Then we decided,
we like fat.
I can't live if living is without meat. I can't live.
Hiya, Susanna and
right.
Amber. Oh, not long to go for Evelyn's birthday in March.
Oh, boom. Look, you remembered. That's awesome.
I do. I remember everything.
All right.
It's sometimes a problem.
Yeah. I keep score.
Forgiving is to forget.
I keep score.
That's right. Okay.
Shanita, hey. Triple
The first question today is from Jess in Dream Driven Day. Pesky physical problems.
I love the word pesky.
The only problem with that is, even though it's a PPP, the physical sounds like an F rather than a P. Doesn't it? Like, I know you love your alliteration.
We'll do it do it pohonetically. Yeah, if you sound out the word phonics, it's pohenetics.
Okay.
It's like pohonetics. Yeah, I brought that up to the nuns.
And Jess asks, how do you manifest a pesky physical problem to go away?
Alrighty, so my buddy Slung Bobby, right?
Slung?
Yep,
Bobby.
as we called him, Slung Bobby.
Never heard of
So Slung Bobby, he had this pesky physical problem, and he took it camping. And once they set up the tent, he remembered he had to go get cigarettes, and he never went back.
Oh, well, that's what you do when you meet my mum Christmas Day and say, oh, I've just got to go and get Victoria some cigarettes. And it's like a year later, you come back to the Christmas party.
Oh, yeah.
Where did you go?
I go to every Christmas event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Cool. Remember, pesky physical problems can visit you, and you can visit them, but you can also leave them behind, and that's the cool thing, because whenever you really, just explore, right? What's it like without, if the pesky things to me are a great time to use, I remember when. And it's never, I remember when I had a pesky physical problem. It's like, no, it's what's it like to feel that in the past? Right, because I know what it's like to have a tricycle. I know what it's like to sit on a tricycle and have it push places where things shouldn't push, and then you wreck your tricycle and it hurts things you really don't want to have hurt. And it's like I haven't sat on a tricycle for years, but I can remember having a tricycle. I remember what it feels like.
Or a scooter. I love my scooter.
Did you?
Did you ever have one?
No, I was poor.
The brake pedal at the back.
No, I was poor. No, I had a tricycle. Oh.
Well, I had one of them first.
Yeah. See, I remember what it's like to feel poor, like when you couldn't afford a scooter. If I wanted a scooter now, I'd get me a damn scooter, right? But if you can feel that in the past, because the problem when you have a tricycle is you leave it in the front garden and your dad runs it over with the truck. Yeah, we've talked about this before. Yeah. And you can feel bad about it, especially after he whoops your ass and you walk sideways for a couple of years.
He whips your ass because he ran it over with his truck.
No, I don't know if I got my ass whipped, but I did cry.
That's the sort of thing my dad would do.
Right? But I can remember all that. You know what a memory feels like that's no longer true? That's where I'd play. We'll continue with this, right? But just remember, you know what a memory feels like. You know what anticipation feels like. And you're probably not anticipating waking up tomorrow with the pesky, right? If you are, then you just, again, you take it camping, right? You decide, you know what I want? I want cigarettes, right?
So you take your pesky problem camping and you forget to pack it up at the end of the
you
trip.
Leave it there.
You leave it behind.
Like, look at this. I've done all this decluttering, because pesky problems always come with cluttering, right? So you leave your shit and your pesky in the woods.
For someone else to find.
Oh, look at this, Janice. I thought you meant carne asada, which is grilled or sliced beef and great in tacos. Look at this. Wow. They're having to talk about carne.
Chili con carne. That was a long time ago.
Oh yeah, that was the '80s, back when we started on the chili con carne thing. Anyway,
you got to keep up.
No, I'm joking. But what's great is we go back and we look at the comments like this after the show.
What are they on?
What is going on? Victoria, what were you talking about then? Because they're not talking about what I was talking about. Yeah. All right, or we just blame Sizzle. Hashtag blame Sizzle. Right? That's Sizzle with a Z.
We blamed Joe yesterday.
Today we blame Sizzle.
Sizzle's fault.
Yeah, they're always from New Jersey.
All right, so that was for Jess in Dream Driven Day. Is she here?
Yes.
Cool.
Or she was. She may have just
left. She's just left.
Yeah, she probably.
She's gone camping.
Yeah, exactly. She's packing up the pesky
problem. Okay, cool. The next question's from, we've got a surname as well. Jimmy Gapp. MN,
Yeah,
Manifesting
I
Mastery.
don't know if I wanted to include Jimmy's full name. But
Okay,
anyway,
we'll just say Jimmy.
fuck
You
it.
didn't hear that.
Yeah, exactly. Jimmy, and then we'll just put a gap where his last name was.
Oh, got ya.
Yeah,
Okay.
right. How cool is
In
that?
Manifesting Mastery,
Yeah,
I
hey,
already know the answer. Oh, there you go. We'll just skip straight on to... No, I'm joking. Laugh out loud. I'd love to ask a question, but I already know the answer. It really is that. Love your work, 20. Thanks, Jimmy Gapp.
Jimmy Gapp, you made my day. Now, what's really cool, I know Jimmy from the group, right? And elsewhere. Now, what's really cool is, and elsewhere, that whatever you do, right? I've got this thing, there's what's called match. That is a toothbrush. And people don't realize you can use a toothbrush for all kind of things, right? Or...
What else would you... Thank God you've got your own and I got my own.
That's right. Anyway.
You can experiment, yeah.
Well, there's all kind of things you can do in the loo with the toothbrush.
I'm sure.
Yeah, that's right. So we've got a really clean toilet.
I must admit, my old manual toothbrushes are ace for cleaning, like, the grout and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
In the shower and things.
So here's the cool thing, right? Anytime you got a question and you know the answer, always keep exploring. And I know Jimmy Gapp does this, right? Because that's the whole thing. It's the gap between the question and the answer you know, and then there's the answer, part of the answer that you don't know yet, or you don't know that you don't know, right? So you can always just play a little bit, and that's the cool thing. I love that Jimmy showed up and played and just said, "Yeah,
Good
I
on
know."
you, Jimmy.
So cool, and he plays in the group too. So.
Oh, good on you.
All right.
Okay.
And we shall continue.
All right.
Dark Mockery says, keep exploring. It's sort of like being married. We'll be talking about this in a while. But it's like we just keep exploring, right? So it's sort of like
Where's it going?
we were just sort of joking before the show and this is when you say and that's when I say yeah, and it's true, right? But at the same time, yeah, like we've got our little ruts and routines, but they're not ruts and routines usually. They're like little ways that we can play back and forth and keep going, right? So always keep going, right? Like so you know how to make a sundae. Ooh, what else could you add? Where do you think a banana split came from? By the way, I've had a beer and or a coffee or both with the guy that invented the Big Mac. Right? We've talked about this, right? And here's the thing: who can make a hamburger? Anybody, right? But Delegati, right, went to the Big Mac people and said, "Look, I already own a couple of your restaurants. I'm going to add something to the menu," and it's gone worldwide, right? And I've had a beer and or a coffee or both with him, right? He's dead now, which is good, right?
It's good.
I should have got him to sign a Big Mac.
Why is it good?
Oh, because I can brag now, right? So you swore me to secrecy. But anyway, let us continue.
Okay. All right.
What else can you do with a hamburger, you know? What else can you do with chili?
Maybe chili con carne.
Yeah, we started with chili con carne.
Hamburgers.
Yeah, we do a chili, right? So think about it. There's no ham in a hamburger.
No.
Faith, what would 2020 say? That was a nice hashtag, sweet. Let us continue.
Okay. The next question's from Eboni in Manifesting Mastery. I want Let me finish the statement first before you launch into the stuff.
No,
So
sorry, Joe.
start again.
Yeah, he invented the Big Mac, right? Delegati invented the Big Mac.
What did Joe say?
The McRib. No.
Oh,
the McRib
he
is just so
actually
cheesy.
invented the Big Mac.
He invented the Big Mac.
That is like
Yeah, look it up. James Delegati.
so famous. Mm-hmm. It's everywhere.
Yeah, in the whole fucking world.
Yeah.
I've had a beer and or a coffee with the guy. Sometimes you get confused, right? Sometimes it's a long fucking day. But anyway.
Okay, so the next question's from Eboni in Manifesting Mastery. I want a committed relationship. They can't see that. Would you like to say something?
See, this is what a committed relationship is like.
And Eboni says, how do you, as you say, give life to your desires when it's not as simple as eating pizza when you want pizza? I want a committed relationship. How do I give life to that when ultimately there has to be another involved?
All righty. See, the thing is, you've got a relationship with pizza as well, right?
A relationship.
Yeah, some people, they've got it. I mean, you got a relationship with pizza. You don't do well with it.
I don't like it.
You don't like it? See, look at her.
I mean,
Right?
it's white pizza I like. I really like white pizza.
Mm-hmm.
But we've only found 1 or 2 places that actually do it really, really nice.
Yeah, the Black Benjamin
rest is-
Franklin, but who knows what happened to him? He's been gone for years.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Black Benjamin Franklin was wonderful.
he was.
I mean, he was like absolutely gorgeous, and he
Yeah.
made a lovely white pizza.
Mm.
And the guy that took over,
Mm.
but
So you reckon it's a relationship with relationships as well as
oh, yeah,
pizzas?
you got a relationship with pizza, you got a relationship with money. It's all about relating, right? So here's what I notice: I don't have a committed relationship with money.
No.
No, not at all. Right? I enjoy it. I enjoy having it, spending it, all that good shit.
You don't really have a committed relationship with our dogs.
No, I don't.
It's not
No,
committed.
no, I love my
It's
dogs.
happy loving.
Right, exactly. and here's the cool thing, right? Like I get, right? If I go, Victoria, we are committed to each other. And then there's the
Well, what does that mean?
yeah, what does that mean? What are the exceptions to that rule? Like, what does
Where's
that
my
really mean?
get out
Why
clause?
why is he bringing that up, right? On the other hand, do you get that? Like, it's very likely, right? One of us is going to die and put the other one in the garden.
Yeah.
Or the other way around, right? Something like that. Right? Just for fun. It's like, why not save a couple bucks, like grow some nice posies. Yeah. Fuck it.
I think
man.
it's got to be under a tree, not a posy.
Yeah, it all depends. You were talking yesterday about flowers pretty persuasively.
But not burying someone under the flowers. If you're going to bury someone or something, I reckon it's got to be under a tree.
See, listen to the voice of
Because the
experience.
tree at least has quite a long life.
I am in a very committed relationship with Victoria. Let's remember that before when she goes, hey, Sizzle, help me pick out a tree. Where's 20? Oh, he's out. He's getting cigarettes. He's sort of pesky.
That's right.
Radio.
Yeah.
Anyway. Ebony.
So is that good?
Ivory. I've just noticed, who do you want to be? Right? I've had committed relationships. My first committed relationship, I was a teenager. That didn't go so well. And there was that other committed that didn't go so well. And I really find like
I bumped into Victoria.
well, here's the thing. If we're both committed to the same kind of things, or better yet, if we both just enjoy the same kind of things, like it's sort of like there's this Venn diagram called Victoria, and there's this Venn diagram called 20, and they overlap a lot. Like some people, it's like I'm a donut and you're a donut, and we'll have boundaries
Yeah.
and all that shit, and we'll tie each other together with string. Some people have a little bit of each other's donut, like that, overlap.
I'd have lots of you couldn't have much of mine.
Right? And on the other hand, some people have a lot of overlap, right? I just imagine like the seriously happy, loving husband. It's like being happy eating a fucking pizza. It's like radio. I just imagine, I imagine lovingly for Black Ben Franklin. I imagine lovingly for Victoria. And of course, I'm not going to marry the Black Ben Franklin because he's probably taken.
Oh, is that why?
No, I'm committed.
Right.
Dr. Brian says, I'm a jelly donut.
Oh, yeah. I'm a Krispy Kreme original glaze.
I'm one of them peanut butter filled ones.
Oh, are you?
All right.
Okay.
But we're going to keep going. Stay tuned, Ebony. We're going to keep exploring this. But hey, if you really make it all about you, like seriously, I enjoy money. I enjoy pizza. I enjoy being a happy, loving husband. And the next thing you know, it's sort of like, does that bless you, by the way? I don't know if I've ever asked on a show. Normally, I just assume
Does
it blesses her.
Bless me that
Yeah.
you're a happy, loving husband.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Versus I could be cranky as fuck. Right? See how that goes.
Yeah, that's
But we're
cool.
committed. Right? Persist. Persistent. I might get me some.
Yeah, I just, sorry, just Ebony, in that last statement, I want a committed relationship, this bit. How do I give life to that when ultimately there has to be another involved? There has to be another involved in everything you want.
Absolutely.
And like Neville says, the others will play their part.
Yep.
Just, yeah.
Totally. By the way, if she didn't want to be a happy, loving wife, right? I mean, if she was imagining something completely different, we probably wouldn't be in the same room together.
No.
But among
He'd be gone.
exactly. But among the dozens of other things that we both give life to, we have an overlap here. Cool. That works.
Cool. Thank you, Ebony, for the question.
We're going to do a we got, I'm not going to say the name because I got to buy the domain name, but we've got a really big manifesting love project coming up, really big, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And its code name is How to Make Love Work. You put in 40 hours, and then you get a payday. Right? Be nice to the woman, and she'll give you some.
At the end of the week.
Yeah, on payday, they're all gold diggers. So I've got it all figured out in my head.
Very good. Okay.
Right. Next.
The next question is, oh, look, they're back. Anonymous.
Anonymous.
Anonymous via email asks, my skull is splitting and I feel like I'm being electrocuted.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
been there.
Okay, so Anonymous says, Sunday night sleeping at home, I half awoke to feel a horrible pain in my head, like it was being cracked, and then it dissipated after a few minutes. I'm not even sure anymore. The next night, more like after midnight, I remember the horrible sensation of being electrocuted, my neck and jaws stiffening and my arms lifting involuntarily. I've also been waking up at 3ish in the morning, and I try to do a session to lull myself back to sleep. Are you familiar with any of these experiences? I didn't want to give them any meaning, but I was hoping you'd have more insight. Thank you, and sending love.
Yep. So years ago when I started experiencing the promise thingy do's, this kind of shit came up for years, by the way. It was a lot of fun. I'd take a walk, and if I relaxed just a little bit, I looked like I had Parkinson's. I mean, I just wiggled all over the damn place. I'd try to do my Tai Chi stuff. I'd just fall over. Taking a bath was a real fucking hoot because I'd run the bubble bath, and Victoria knows how I love bubble baths. And I'd get in the bubble bath and just relax a little bit, and I'd start twisting into yoga postures, right? And like more than once, twice, I'd be twisting into a yoga posture, and then my body would flip around, and I'd almost bash my face against the downspout, right? And I say all this stuff because this is a very real experience. This may or may not be what you're experiencing, by the way. But whenever I devoted myself to truth, I just wanted to know the truth. That's all, right? Nothing more, nothing less, not caring about anything else. Things got interesting. And you can look up some of this stuff. If you look up stuff like Kundalini awakening, spiritual sickness, it sort of walks hand in hand with the dark night of the soul at times. But if you look at some of that stuff, you'll get a pattern there. Now, I'm going to tell you what brought me back to Neville, and that was this. Because when I was looking at all the stuff and people were talking about Kundalini awakening and all that stuff, a lot of people were writing about it from some really fucked up perspectives as far as I'm concerned. About now you're special and enlightened and above other people and an angelic presence to save the bullshit and so on. Other people were talking about how many years you're going to have to suffer and so on. But if you look at what Neville describes as far as the lightning bolt, the zip, the so on and so forth, this is very real, right? So... And he says, you know, in one way or another, everyone's going to experience this at some point. Is it something to avoid? Is it something to fear? Is it something to pursue? I would just say it's something like dinner, right? You may or may not have dinner today. We usually don't eat dinner. Every now and then, Victoria will go, hey, we've got some dim sims in the freezer.
Oh, who says it?
All right.
Who says it?
Hey,
yes.
Remember, we're in a committed relationship here, right?
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. So, like, I'm just going to toss that out because I know who you are, and I suspect you're probably experiencing some of this as a spiritual process. With the other side of the thing in mind, we'll do the old thing because the FDA is going to want me to say something like, maybe you're dying, right? I sort of doubt that. But at the same time, if you feel you got a medical thing going on, get checked out by a medical person. If you don't feel that it's a medical thing, but I can tell you, when you're spiritually stretching, it gets pretty fucking real. Now, as far as some how-tos, I really did find some gentle yoga, Tai Chi, craniosacral kind of work to be very useful. With helping the body to adapt to whatever the body's adapting to. That's also when I was a veggie. I just found eating meat wasn't possible for me for a little while. So I just lived off of I lived off of grains and greens, I called it. It was my grain and green diet for the longest time. Then I added back in stuff like nachos, because nachos are good fun.
Yeah.
But that's the main thing that I got right there. So if you tune in and this is yours, swing back and listen to it because it's really good. And again, it's nothing to be, as far as I'm concerned, this is nothing to be afraid of. It's nothing to pursue. It's something that happens on the quest to truth for a lot of people. And if you do some research online and you find people talking about how grand and exalted you're going to be, and are and all that dumb shit, you're here to save the world and all that stuff, it's like, fuck, man. Like, in all seriousness, they say before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water.
Yeah.
After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. But what's in the middle right there? In the middle is that aha experience, that waking up, the whatever. The necklace, this is pretty cool, ain't it? I bought it whenever she bought this. Right? See, Victoria's got this habit, right? Victoria goes online and researches what's the heaviest fucking thing I can buy this weekend and put in the Toyota, right? Now we're getting rid of the Toyota, but the Toyota has served us well.
It has, little tic-tac.
But seriously, she'd go online and she'd type in what's the heaviest fucking thing I can buy and fit into a Toyota Corolla hatchback. It's like, thank God it was a hatchback.
Yes.
And we'd walk in
at the back of the car.
Yeah, and she'd be looking, and the guy would say, "You're going to have someone come pick it up?" She goes, "No, it'll fit."
I know.
And I'd go, he'd say, "What do you think?" And I'm not going to argue with him. Are you serious? Am I going to disagree with him? No way. So I go, "Yeah, I'll take that necklace for $20. And he goes, "It's 40.
Yeah, it's lovely.
And I was
It's
like,
all
I'll give it.
turquoise.
Yeah, and it's heavy as shit. I mean, like this is
very yummy.
Yeah, Anya would love this, even though it's not crystal, it's rock. All right, and let us continue, Victoria.
Okay.
So before enlightenment, swear like a fucking sailor. Yeah, during it, after, mother.
Yeah.
Ain't that right?
Okay,
All right.
cool.
Speaking of, Joe Weldon is in the building.
Yes, and Olive A. Hello.
Olive A.
And actually, I saw Bruce and Moses rock up, and Alona. Hello.
My Alona. Ba-ba-ba-boo,
So
ba-ba,
that was from Anonymous.
Anonymous.
Thank you for your question.
Yeah,
Anonymous.
I by the way, I pulled this, just like, because I just knew an email is going to suck with that, right? So,
Go on. The next question is from John on Facebook. How much of our reality is an illusion? And John asks, how much of our reality is but an illusion? I've been noticing some odd glitches in the Matrix recently.
This came from a post, and a lot of good stuff showed up on the post. And I just wanted to run with this because some people toss that up in a really weird way. Like, yeah, man, it's all an illusion, dude. And it's like, well, usually the people that use the word dude and tell me that are the ones that do, like, you shouldn't be charging money for stuff. It says, let me get this right. It's all an illusion, and you don't like that I charge illusion for illusion? Right? It's like, yeah. Just, well, how about giving me your phone? Right? Well, no, it's important to me. So, yeah, is it an illusion? Well, like, it's like, and then I just leave them the fuck alone. But so let's just change things a little bit. I always run with how I perceive things, and Neville also mentioned this. There's the shadow and there's what leads the shadow. There's the dog and what walks the dog. Not a fan of ignoring 3D reality. People say, I ignore 3D reality all the time, and that bitch ain't changing. All right, that sounds like something you want to take camping. Right?
That's the pesky physical problem.
That's that pesky physical problem.
Take a camping, leave it there.
Yeah, versus like, right, when the pesky physical problem shows up, you feel it in the past. The pesky shows up, you feel it in the past. Right? But you don't ignore it. I mean, like, it'd be like trying to ignore taking a poop. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I got to take me a poop, right? If I ignore it long enough, something happens or nothing happens. And either way, yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
So, remember, you're what leads. There's the big thing. What's really real is you leading. And what's really cool is noticing everything follows. Your emotions, your think you do, right? The thoughts that come from the think you do, the puppy, right? It all follows. And with that, let us continue. You'd think I'd love lettuce. You know what I mean? Like I always say that. Let us continue. I'm more of a cucumber kind of guy. You know, we get them pickles and we slice them up. And we added that good yogurt. You know, we call it Australian dipping sauce. Fresh dill.
It was delicious.
I'm telling you what, Joe Weldon. Makes me proud to eat a vegetable.
Okay, so that was for John. Thank you very much for your question, John.
All right.
Okay. The next question's from Faith in Manifesting Mastery.
Yes.
Facts overflow the world. So Faith says, this win took me some time to notice. Since taking Manifesting Mastery, started in August 2021, there's money left over every month. The post I made about my housing rent has no bearing on this observation. Food prices have gone up, fuel prices have risen, our bills are still being paid, our income has remained relatively the same.
This is really cool. Faith didn't have a question, but I had to run with this. I had to steal this. I had to put this in the show because it really is to show something. I don't know, right, if Faith is walking around specifically imagining every one of these things. But here's the cool thing. Manifesting Mastery Course Week 1, the girls giggled, right? And if you haven't done Manifesting Mastery Course, got to do it. Hope is here, and she's in the room. It is Hope. She is in the room. Now.
Yes.
But oh my God, she totally screwed it up.
Yes. Wow.
It's a good thing I'm committed.
Okay.
Right.
There we go.
Keep your fingers still.
Okay.
Now, but I want to bring this up. That first lesson in ManifestingMasteryCourse.com and that first lesson in DreamDrivenDay.com, the doors are open. You can get in at the early bird pricing right now, grass commercial, or you can dick around for another year. Yeah, I'd love that one. I'm going to get in whenever something stops happening or something else happens. Radio. But here's the cool thing. Faith has noticed something. Everything's changed. Anya says, rocks, right? This is what's so cool. When you change, everything changes. When the concept of you, ready? Here's the biggest one. Somebody hashtag this. Concept of self. Whenever you stop feeling that you aren't enough, you'll start having enough. Whenever you start realizing you are plenty, you're what gives life to everything, you're going to have plenty in everything. Dream-driven day.
So what was the hashtag? Concept of self.
Concept of self.
Okay.
Thank you. See, Dr. Brown, remembered?
No, I remember.
He's my dear friend, the doctor of verbs, adverbs, adjectives, and much, much more.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Excellent.
And really, there's this feeling, right? Why did the young kid turn around? Manifesting Mastery Course Lesson 1. Because the girls laughed at him. No, because of what he imagined. Dream Driven Day Lesson 1. Not going to tell you what it is. Right? You got to sign up for that. Doors are open. Boom. And Lisa was the first one to sign up.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so that was for Faith. Thanks very much for your question, Faith.
Oh, actually, thank you for sharing your testimonial because she didn't really have a question.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for sharing.
It was just freaking awesome.
Yeah, it was. The next question's from Sarah on Facebook. How to be aware without reacting. Sarah asks, hi all, would love some examples on how you notice and are just aware of your thoughts and emotions without reacting. Thanks.
This is good because you didn't come here to be a zombie. I know, it's a great show. Brains, more brains, must eat brains. Or you can turn on C-SPAN. If you're in America, y'all know what that is, right? Do you know what that is? That's the Congressional Network, right? You can watch politicians talk all fucking day, right? Yeah, imagine that, right? Meanwhile,
yes,
right, you didn't come here not to react, right? In Dream Driven Day, we talk about you can have spikes or waves. Most people set up for spikes. Fuck, there's a war. Fuck, there's a mask. Fuck, there's someone without a mask. Fuck, there's a jab. Fuck, there's an update to the jab. Fuck. Versus I go, fuck. I'm making waves, right? You wouldn't believe the waves that I make. I mean, what I hear about after and before the show. But here's the thing. How to be aware without reacting. Your reactions are a gift. Your reactions reveal the state that you're in. That's what's cool, right? If she says something, I have a shit reaction, I get to go, where'd that come from? Wow. That comes from my commitment.
Yes.
Radio. See, and there's the thing. It's like, well, I'm more committed than you. Oh, you ever have that one?
Oh,
you ever have that one? You've had a couple of relationships before.
I have.
Well, I'm more committed than you is. What?
What?
It just doesn't. It doesn't end, right? It just doesn't end well. It ends, but it doesn't end well. But yeah, notice your reactions. If your actions aren't what you choose, right? Or well, you don't really choose your actions. If your actions reveal that you're in not a good place, return to your dwelling place. Slam the door. Meanwhile, yeah, Manifesting Mastery Course Week 1. There is a common mistake that people make because in that course, right? We do have you examine your triggers, but it ain't about never having a trigger. It's about discovering what your triggers really are and what they really reveal.
Yeah.
Because if you want to have fast manifesting, it's all a reaction to you. But more on that later.
Cool. Excellent. So that was for Sarah on Facebook. Thanks very much for your question.
You're
Sarah.
quite welcome, Sarah. That's right. Sometimes I just reply to Victoria and I don't even know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like she says shit and I just start talking.
I say shit.
Anyway.
Okay.
I talk at you a lot.
I know you do. At me.
That's right.
The next question's from Mark on Facebook. I don't know what I want.
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'm going to start rapping, by the way. Wait till, I might need some practice or some help or some undo typing.
Okay. And Mark asks, what should you do when you don't know what you want?
Oh, good fucking God. Why do you keep
Sometimes I just sit and do nothing because I don't know where to start. Sometimes I don't even know what I want. I just have this feeling of what I don't want to happen. What should I do?
Alrighty-o. Cool.
It sounds like Winnie the Pooh to me.
Tell me more.
Something about...
I'm busy doing nothing.
Busy doing nothing.
Because
nothing always leads to something.
You got it.
Yeah.
You know, we do live in a culture where people really do love push, right? Here's the thing. When you got a desire, that's the moment you give it life. When you don't have a desire, go smoke something, right? Yeah, because that's a desire. You always have desires. The question is, how fast can you surrender to them? And I had a friend tell me one day, he says, sounds like you're a hedonist. So I says, right, sounds to me like you like saying big words. And he's like, well, I'd like to sound intelligent. So yeah, I know you like to sound intelligent, right? Yeah, so do I. I just add syllables on the words to sound intellectualizing. Like, it's a process. So you know what you want, right? And some days you may want a lot. Some days you may want a little. Some days you might want a pizza. But the thing is, just play with surrendering desires as they show up. My guess is you're probably going, what's this big thing that I want, right? DreamDrivenDay.com. If you're trying to play at a chunk size bigger than your day, I don't get the fucking point. Because what do you really want? What I notice in every single email that I get is people want something different about their day. They might want to live someplace different. They might want to love someone different, right? But they just want something to be different about their day, right? And this is why we have DreamDrivenDay.com. The doors are open. But you know what you want. By the way, like 4 or 5 months ago, you put up a post asking the same question with 60 comments.
Really?
I want you to go read those.
Wow, Mark, there you go.
So just reminding you of that, right? Because when people don't know what they want, they tend to be loopy and repeat the same thing, repeat the same thing, repeat the same thing. It's like, I really don't. I asked a friend of mine the other day, says, how are you playing with Joseph Goddard? And they said, I don't really have many desires, not much going on. I says, well, did you eat lunch? So yeah, that's not really a desire. I says, wow.
Well, if you didn't eat it, it would be.
You see,
You'd be hungry.
I desire a yummy lunch. I desire a yummy lunch with friend, right? I enjoy yummy lunch with friend and other friends saying, hey, can I have some of your yummy lunch?
Yeah.
Right? That's fun, right? So when you start to notice, you always have desires. Some of them are pretty fast. Some of them you probably just ignore because it's like, yeah, lunch is no big deal. Neither is sex, neither is anything. I just am flatlined. I live in a swamp, and I'm not making waves like they teach in DreamDrivenDay.com because I'm avoiding the spikes, which brings me to that right there. I just have this feeling of what I don't want to happen.
Yeah, right.
There's cortisol.
Yeah.
There's a state that we call cortisol, right? There are a couple other states that we really encourage you to play with, and so we invite you to DreamDrivenDay.com. The doors are open. We will book out, and don't dick around. So, boom. The basic desires are the cornerstone, says Lisa LaRock. Boom. All right. Let us continue.
Okay, so that was from Mark. Thanks very much for your question, Mark.
Sometimes I just don't want her to talk. By the way, as long as you approach it with what you don't want, it sort of gets like, yep, I don't want Pesky, and I don't want you to talk anymore. It's like, cool, I'll just break your fucking nose, right? It's like, you didn't say you didn't want it. The don't wants are in lists. They come from here. The desires come from someplace else. Right? All right.
The next question's from Michelle on Facebook.
See, before enlightenment, you threaten to kick the shit out of people. After enlightenment, you threaten to kick the shit out of people. Yeah, while enlightened, everyone is beautiful in their own way.
Okay.
Right.
The next question's from Michelle on Facebook. Should I stay or should I go?
Should I stay or should I go?
And Michelle asks, how to know what decision to make in a relationship that is not fulfilling in the physical. I can clearly see how, while I absolutely love and adore my partner, that the relationship doesn't seem to be fulfilling my other desire.
Cool. So you may or may not have that little $20 How to Manifest Love pack. Make sure you put that in the thing. howtomanifestlove.com, right? Okay. And so what's really cool with that, the first two steps to me, you can use anywhere and everywhere, and I use it all the time. I have to. I'm committed, right?
Right.
Right, yeah. So, but this whole thing at first, you know what? It's all about who? Me, me. Right? So the first thing I do is, I wake up in the morning, I start moving some things around, stretching, exploring my fashion, all that good stuff. Right? And while I'm doing all that, I'll take little breaks and fall back asleep and wake back up a little bit, and I'll imagine what would make me happy today. Right? Typical events of my day already haven't gone my way. A podcast. Right? So I imagine what would imply all that all these different things have gone my way, right? And so after about 5-10 of those, I wake up, get out of bed. But I also imagine, see, the state of loving, happy husband has me imagine her happy. I just imagine her happy. And here's the thing, that whole Venn diagram thing, okay? Her and I relationship, our Venn diagram really overlaps each other, right? So here's her Venn, here's my Venn, that's her Venn. The two circles overlap a lot. Some people, you're just aware they exist. I can imagine the old guy at the park happy. We don't really overlap a whole bunch. We may bump into each other like two beach balls, two ships passing in the night. But there's the thing, and here's the real cool thing. Maybe you imagine you happy, maybe you imagine him happy, and you get closer, things align. I mean, you like basket weaving, he takes up basket weaving. But I wouldn't imagine him basket weaving. No. Right? I just imagine him happy, and maybe he goes, you know what, that basket weaving thing you do looks fun, right? Let me do it with you, right? I mean, there's some shit she likes to do, I like to do, we do it together. We play cards every day. It's strip German whist, right? For some reason, I like it. I don't mind winning or losing. Right? Strip German whist. Look it up. But on the other hand, it's like, I like reading Tom Clancy novels, right? She's really
not into it.
Yeah, I mean, I can have me an ice cold beers, right, with a Tom Clancy novel, and a pizza, and she's like, right, and off she goes, right, and she's happy, and I'm happy she's happy. But if you want more on that or other things, howtomanifestlove.com. I believe there's 4 or 5 steps, but they're in a bonus video.
Cool.
So, with all that in mind, let us continue.
With all that in mind.
Oh yeah, by the way, you won't make up you don't, free will ends, right? Neville says you can choose the concept of life, the state that you want to live from, right? So I live in happy, loving husband. I also live in the state of Victoria happy. I see her as garden girl happy. I experience her as yogini happy, right? And that's it. I can't make her. I can't be anything else. Yeah. No. And I can't make her do yoga. Now, here's the cool thing. Yeah. If she does it 5 times a week and she's happy, cool. If she does it once a month and she's happy, cool. But I just imagine her as a happy yogini. Yeah. Or if she decides to be a miserable yogini, she can do that too. But I still imagine lovingly for her.
Yeah, got you.
There's the big thing.
Cool. Excellent.
All right.
Good one.
You guys are just chatting away. I have no idea what any of y'all talking about. So this is like me being at Thanksgiving dinner, or my aunts. So we would always have Thanksgiving dinner, and all the aunts would be there and stuff. And I just listen. I had no fucking idea what anyone was talking about. They would talk about this thing called a Jerome Bettis, or the refrigerator, or something else.
Jerome Bettis.
A Jerome Bettis or refrigerator, Perry or something. I don't remember. And I'd just sit there going, right? And so now they tune into our show and they go, we have no idea what you're talking about.
Right, got ya.
So if they happen to tune in on this one, they'll go, oh yeah, Jerome Bettis in the refrigerator. See, he was paying attention.
Gotcha.
Yeah, radio.
Cool. So that was for Michelle on Facebook. Thanks very much for your question, Michelle.
That was fun.
That was funny. The next question is from James on Facebook, Money Manifesting. And James asks, the best way to feel I am always in possession of money in abundance.
I love stuff like this because the weird advice that shows up, right? This showed up in one of the Neville Goddard groups where I'm a moderator.
Oh, right.
And I just demolished the fucking post because there was like, what I want you to do is to imagine your spine and twisting your spine while imagining your spine. And it's like,
really?
That absolutely. And it's like, radio, this isn't going to fly, right? It's not my group, but they made me a moderator. You make me a moderator, it's like making me God, right? I throw lightning bolts and shit. So,
Okay.
so I decided, I'll put up something on this.
Okay.
So I stole this. James, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
If you doubled your income and worked half the time, how would you buy peanut butter differently? Or petrol, right? Because I notice, I go to the store, and I've talked about this a lot, and it sounds like a weird answer. But I want you to make this about your life, your day, right? In a typical day, you may buy peanut butter, you may buy petrol, right? But if it's about, I always have money in abundance, and every time I spend one, I get 10 back. I love that one.
Oh, it's
right?
like that pie.
Yeah.
Well,
every time I make one,
magic pudding.
Every time I make me a pie, 10 come out of the oven. Every time I give me a pie away,
No, but every time they took a slice out,
why
it
am I
just grew
getting
back.
fat? Right?
It's
just nuts.
Yeah.
Right. We're committed. You see it? This is important. So, but it's like, radio, drop all the dumb shit. Right? Well, every time I spend $1, I get 3 back. Really? I need you to spend all my fucking money right fucking now, right? If that's how it, quote unquote, really works, it ain't. Here's the thing, ready? If you doubled your income and worked half the time, how would you buy peanut butter differently? And make this about your life. If you don't do peanut butter, and here's another one. I talk about the coffee game, right? If you doubled your income and worked half the time, how would one sip of coffee be different? Well, I don't drink coffee. All I drink is tea.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit, right? Would you drink better tea? Would it be in a hotter mug? Would it be out of a mug that you didn't dig out of a trash can? Right? I don't care. I just want to know, how would your typical day? What would a typical event in your typical day be different? Because I do know people. The other day on the Apple News thing, it talked about the prices of petrol in Victoria, and I figured I'm going to see how the average human thinks. And it's like, the average petrol price in Melbourne, Australia is $1.72 per liter. Yeah. The cheapest is at the the Gringo gas station, the United on the southeast corner of the Northeast Expressway.
Yeah, great. I'll drive 20 miles.
And it's exactly
3 cents cheaper.
And I know people that'll do that. They run around on E all the time. The orange light comes on, and it's like, I'm going to push it. I'm going to drift it. Every time I see a yellow light, I'm going to put it in neutral so I can drift up, because I want to make it to their petrol station, save 3 cents a liter.
Yeah.
Radio. So how many liters go in your petrol tank? 50? You saved $1.50. All that emotional stress, all that missing out. You missed out on so much life for $1.50.
Yeah.
By the way, been there, done that. When I had my little Honda CB360, that's a motorbike, not a car, right? I used to go up and I'd go through my pockets. I'd have $1.72. I'd put $1.72 in the thing, and I'd drain every other tap at the pump. And I'd go in, and Bob would say, "Not payday." Says, "Not payday." Right? Payday, I'd put a whole $5 in. Right? I had money then. I was rich. Yeah. But when it's not payday, you put the $1.72 in because that's all you got, and you want to go see your girl, right? Because she smells good, right? Anyway, So, what would a typical event of your day be different if you doubled your income and worked half the time? I know some other Weiserheimer is going to say, but that ain't my wish. Rightio. Instead of having this vague concept called prosperity, if you had enough money, whatever the hell that means, right? If money wasn't a problem, but we don't like the word problem, it's a negative word. Rightio. Well, an electron has a negative charge, right? Get rid of them all. See what the fuck happens, right? All right, I think I'm done. Anyway, James, here's the thing. Take an event from your day that would be different if you had enough money, right? If you had plenty of money. Take a typical event of your day, explore how it would be different, and imagine that. And it could be something as simple as, we pulled in today. Today is the hectic day. We got the cleaner coming at 2:30. I got a call this afternoon at 4:30. We got to take a nap. Right?
Oh my God, how will we fit it in?
And see, now she's relating to me. It takes a while, but after about 4 hours, she starts to get me, right? And we pull in, and there's something in the letterbox. For God's sake, Victoria, it'll be there later, right? It's just like Aunt Betty. If she dies, she'll still be dead later. We don't have to answer the phone, right? So she parks the car. She gets out halfway, reaches in, and it turns out to be what?
Phone bill.
The internet bill.
Internet bill.
Yeah. She uses the phone part of it. I use the internet part.
Well,
See, she
both.
says potato. I say fuck it. Don't answer it. Right? You know it's never good. Let it go to the answer machine. If I'm not here, answer it. If I'm here, let it go. Right? It's all about me.
Yeah.
Right? But here's the thing. We got the bill. It's $119.40. I don't have to go, where's the money coming from? I don't have to go, hey, remember the 6 bottles of wine we bought for you?
We're going to take them
We're
back.
taking them back. The internet's more important than you drinking. You get it? You double your income, work half the time, double your income, work half the time. You have plenty of money. The bill comes in. I toss it on the desk. I'll pay it today or tomorrow. They never last more than 48 hours, usually 24, usually before sundown. I don't like shit sitting on my desk and staring at me. And that's how a lot of poor people live. That's like, right? I try to go get a snack out of the refrigerator and the bills are staring at me. They make me feel guilty for
That's
snacking.
right, they stick them on their fridge.
Yeah,
don't they?
people stick their bills on their fridge so their bill can stare at them while they're getting junk food and getting fatter.
Oh,
That's
actually,
that's
I never
just
thought about
nuts, right? Versus,
Yep.
do we have any bills on the fridge?
Oh, not one.
No. Do we have any what most people call snacky food? We've got
Oh,
like
sort
olives
of.
and pickles.
And maybe cashews or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's,
Right? What we enjoy.
snacks.
Yeah. We got
Hard-boiled eggs.
good snacks. That's right. All right. So, James, I hope that helped you.
Yeah.
All right. Double your income, work half the time, says Joe Weldon. Believe me, that's a big one. Because the other thing that I'm mentioning with this is we're divorcing time for money. Because if you don't divorce time for money, you either start thinking of terms of getting a better job when you hate a job, or you go, I never want to work again. I'm going to hit the lottery by Friday. Right? I just want you to divorce time and money. I want you to experience the better of both. And different is better than better. Join us in dreamdrivenday.com. Don't wait again. I'm curious. So we got a lot of Dream Driven Day people here. Y'all can type in DDD if you want to. But the ones that I don't want them to type anything are the ones that are going to go, hashtag, I'm going to wait again. Right? Don't do that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, we're going to have sex next year.
Okay, so
All
that
right.
was for James. Thanks very much for your question, James. Also, I saw Tabitha
Bruce Root,
and
DDD.
Daniela arrive. Hello, you guys.
Coral DDD. Boom, boom,
and
boom
Coral's
in the
here.
room.
Loads of people are here. That's nice. And the last question today is from Anne on Facebook, Dream Home Manifesting.
This is another one I stole.
And Anne asks, our dream home that my husband and I visualised by living in the end was sold yesterday. In my mind, I bless the new owners with happiness, but I'm still devastated. Am I being silly by still not giving up on the hope that the new owners will one day soon sell it and it will be ours?
Oh my God. So it's about the special place. I mean, the special person. I mean, the special
Yeah.
perky.
Yeah.
I like perky. It's forget about the house. Yo, Mal, boom, in the room.
Now.
So don't make it about the house. Let it be about you being at home. And again, I'm not saying it won't be that house. Some people say, well, Mr. 20, how can you say that me and my woman ain't getting together? I said, I can't, right? But you imagine happy, loving husband. You imagine her happy, all that good stuff. It's sort of like this. So you look at that home. I'd love to be in that home. I'd be happy if I was in that home. You'd probably be the same person you are in that home as you were in your current home, right? But here's the cool thing. So what I want you to do, instead of making it about that home, I want you to make it about your day. Like at dreamdrivenday.com. But more importantly, I want you to make it about when you fall asleep at night, feel as if you're at home. Right? In your chosen home, living where you choose to live. Right? Just feel that. Don't make it about blessing the sellers and imagining the new owners moving out. I can promise you. This Neville talks about the golden rule, and I'm massively big on this. And I know some people don't like me because of it. They say, you're not right, you don't exist, so the golden rule doesn't apply. And I just go, you're a fucking nutball. Because Neville says, if your desire concerns another, make sure it's acceptable to them. Right? Otherwise, the gift not received goes back to the giver. And I swear to God, I have gotten a lot of emails over the years from people that say, I'm imagining him splitting up with the bitch and coming back to me because I want him with me and he really doesn't exist. And then it's like, he blocked me on Facebook. He doesn't return my things. Him and her, I'm stalking him. I got me a new account and I can see how happy they are together. And it's like, well, I had me a temporary boyfriend, but he just dumped me and said he hates me and he blocked me on Facebook. And it's like, you get it? You're getting what you're trying to give that's being refused. On the other hand, happy, loving husband, right? And if you actually love someone, you imagine them happy. And maybe, you guys get together, maybe you don't. But I swear to God, whenever you go down the path of they don't exist and I want them to do my bidding, that's horrible. It just doesn't ever work in your favor.
No.
Right? So, and I know someone will argue with me about it, but here's the thing. Let's compare track records. Right? Because I'm going to imagine you discovering the truth about you and that it has nothing to do with me not existing. And with that,
thank you, Anne, for your question. Tell us, what was your hashtag strawberry bits?
When I said I didn't exist, we lost a listener or a
Did
viewer.
we?
Yes. Imagine that. Someone ceased to exist. Now they're back.
Cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
All the way. TT is always right.
Yes. So what was your hashtag strawberry? Well, actually, mine was the concept of self-bit. Came up actually a lot in a lot of the questions today.
Maybe we'll put that as the subtitle, Special Concept of Self Edition.
Yeah,
for
because
today's show.
even that last one, and it was like, so what's your concept of self? It's like as if only that house could make me happy, and my husband happy. Like it's like, or that they sell. It's like, I'll get something better. I'm going to find something better.
Yeah, different is better than better. What you really want is something different.
Yeah.
It's not that house.
No.
Right? It's something different.
Yeah. And that's your concept of self. So that for me was my hashtag strawberry bit today. What was yours?
By the way, if you made your state, I tell you, there's a course, right? Well, let's make it up as we go along. We'll call it the hashtag method, right? It's like having an identity, right? What's your hashtag? Yeah. Hashtag happy loving husband. By the way, watch somebody fucking steal this, right? So I came up with the hashtag method all by myself. Didn't Mr. 2020, who I hate and never watch, never said it. Rightio. But here's the fun thing, right?
Yeah.
What is your hashtag? Because when you go into, you know what? It's not about the house. It's about me falling asleep as a happy homeowner. Right? There's your difference. Right? Right there. Doobie doo bum. Ba 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 bum.
Good one, babe. So that was yours?
Did I have a hashtag?
Strawberry. Yeah, did you have a hashtag?
I tell you, exploring relationship with you, because I really I just treasure how we play.
Yeah.
I got me a good one. She's one of the purdy people.
Cool. Good one, babe. Okay, so that was our hashtag strawberry bits. While you type in yours, go to freeneville.com.
221 email this pseudo, I tell you. Pseudo.
Oh my goodness. Join our 90-day adventure at manifestingmasterycourse.com.
That's right. And the doors for Dream Driven Day are open. The course starts in 21 days. It could be 20 days now. I don't know how I got it exactly, the date set up. But anyway, do not dick around if you want in, right? Dicking around's a state. Some of y'all are pretty good at it.
And for refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com.
Dive deeper is a state, too. You ever think about that? See, what's the opposite of dicking around? Diving deeper. It may not seem that way, but this is how I think, in all seriousness. The opposite of dicking around is doing it. Radio. I mean, that may or may not be useful, but diving deeper. Tabitha says Triple D is amazing. Go for it. Boom, boom, boom. You and I get to share a smile again soon.
Nice. Cool.
Ego, undicked. Ego, by the way.
Undicked. Sorry, is that what you're feeling like?
Yeah, Lisa. Yes, wonderful show.
Yeah, good on you guys.
All righty.
For refunds, visit our YouTube channel, feelitrealfun.com. Thanks, Daniela. I'm glad
And
you
subscribe
loved the show.
to us. Subscribe.
And the necklace, yes. Subscribe to it, that's right.
That's right.
Okay. Oh, yeah, to feelitrealfun.com.
That's right.
Yeah.
You can subscribe to it.
Yeah, and get notified when we put a new one
That's
up.
right. And I can share with them my book on Christmas.
Yes.
She knows what I'm not talking about.